Yo, what's going on, guys? So I'm actually going to be reacting to my own highlight reel of what I said in stream this morning. I kind of made a list of clips. It took me a while, but it came up to 13 minutes and 40 seconds. So this is going to be like, if I can only tell you to watch one video, it'd definitely be this one. This is going to be very informational, very maybe a little funny. Yeah, I'm going to be reacting to my own thoughts and what I was thinking during live time. So this is all in live stream this morning.
It looks like we will get the short. Just got to see Canna close here.
So the first thing I really said was when I came on, I saw we hit this Asia high. We barely displaced above it. So to me, that was bearish. And we'd equal lows down here. So my thought was if we violated this 2-minute bearish or bullish fair value gap, if we closed below it, I figured market would just accelerate down here. So that was my first position I kind of talked about taking, and I took it when we closed below.
It'd be something like this. Stop loss would be closed back above, and then you do this. All right, so there it is.
Order filled.
Okay. So you can see my order. You could hear my order being filled there. I don't know why that's there. I guess it is. So yeah, my order is filled there, obviously. And yeah, the way I trade is I move my stop to break even after hitting the next internal liquidity. So when we hit this low, it's gonna move my stop to break even. So
yeah, stop loss would just be close above, and then stop would go to break even if we hit this low. All right. There's our first.
So I didn't scale here. I was too confident these equal lows are the low we're gonna hit. Probably should have scaled one there. Felt like the risk reward was just terrible there, so I kind of just kept holding.
Target right there. So stop the break even. You can scale there if you want. Yeah, it's up to you. I think the entry was 15,865, so I'm actually going to try to scale one at 10 points. By the way, like anyone in, like you don't have to follow my stop loss. Like you could still do this if you want. Like this is still valid. It's just you guys know how I trade. I trade where if we hit the internal low, I put my stop break even, and it saves me a lot. So this could still be valid. Like you could still short this for value gap, but would it be a little lower probability now that we hit internal liquidity? Yeah, it would.
So I actually ended up. So I was not on my personal account at all today. I was just trying to pass these evals. And what I ended up doing was when I said this, I actually re-entered on a whole nother account here. I took another short. I think I took my topstep account short, which is up 1.5K for the day. So I actually re-shorted right here. And I wasn't going to scale at this. I just said that just for anyone who, a lot of people are scalpers. So I just kind of said, okay, I'm going to scale here. Just so people wouldn't let the trade go red. You know, I just want to save people. But I actually re-entered here because it looked good to me still. I know we hit internal liquidity, but I was pretty confident we were going to go to these equal lows. So I ended up taking another position here. And on the one account I was in, I didn't stop at break even. I stopped at break even on one of my PAs, but another account, my other eval, I kind of just held there and I didn't stop myself without break even. So you can see the executions I'll post in the replies.
So stop the break even there, unfortunately.
So that was one account, but my other account wasn't stopped there.
Free trade. So like you could have scaled here, but that was only 7 points. Why would you scale there?
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't have scaled there.
You could have.
I just said just in case.
It's really up to you if you want to scale there, but
the take profit wasn't enough.
You could have re-entered there. Okay, it's just not how I trade. Like this is still fully valid in my opinion.
And I said you could have re-entered, but I'm teaching my students to trade how I've taught. Okay, I was just kind of going off like a 2022 Asia high model here. But really, this wasn't valid because we already got south break even, and I usually say don't re-enter the same play twice. So, yeah.
For like any RR traders, like this is a valid RR trade. It may not have the highest win rate, but I think this is worth like a stab still. And then if we close back above this.
Yeah, so for RR traders, I actually said this is still worth trying because if you're an RR trader, you don't care about your win rate, you care about the RR. And to me, that still looked like a good RR trade, still looked valid to me. So I was kind of in my other account based off of that.
That would be your stop. You wouldn't move your stop to break even until we hit like way down here probably.
Yeah, and if you're an RR trader,
by the way, the only way I'd be like bullish here is if we displace way back above this Asia high.
Like, so the reason why I said that is because Asia high kind of above it was an hourly order block, and I knew if we displace above the order block, the bias would be bullish. So any really big displacement over the Asia high would have changed my mind, but we really never got that this morning. Yeah, we never displaced above Asia high by that much, so still was pretty bearish to me.
If we get a lot of displacement above that Asia high, I'm probably gonna be bullish. But until that happens, this is bearish for now. And then I'm guessing if this this has already stopped us out of break even, so I'm already stopped the break even here. But if this quote unquote fails, meaning we close back above this inversion, that's probably bullish as well. This is kind of the play that I'm kind of looking at the moment.
Yeah, I kept kind of drawing this because I still really liked it.
We'll see if it works.
Like, it still looked really good.
I'm obviously not in this anymore because I got south the break even, but I really want to see acceleration through. This would be the time if you're still in somehow. I mean, I know half you probably still in. Scale.
You got to realize
10 points from
a lot of people were still in. Some people don't trade how I do. A lot of people said they're still in, so I still kind of call it out as if it is an alert, even though I was technically stopped
where the entry was. All right, open in 8 minutes. Open should, I mean, I don't know. Gun to my head, open just dumps here to the equal lows, but
dude, I was so confident that we were just gonna dump to these equal lows. I've seen this a million times before. I still don't know why we just didn't dump right to these equal lows. Kind of annoying. And people are looking for long entries here, and I scrolled to my timeline, and everyone was longing here. I was like, oh god, why are you longing here? And they all worked. It's just guarantee next time that happens, probably gonna be a loss. I would never have looked for a long in there.
All right, there we go. All right, so there's your last scale spot right there until we get these equal lows. So right there is your scale spot. Okay. Dump. Please, dump.
Dude,
dump,
I was so agitated here. I was like, dude, please just dump. I want this play to be over with. This is probably going to be my only play of the day. I wasn't emotional. I was just like, dude, please just dump.
But I haven't even scaled.
And you can see this was my actual position on the Apex account I was trying to pass. I had $500 more to go at this point.
Which
so
I know
I never scaled.
Zero hero. Again, it's a free trade, so I don't really care what happens, but it's gonna suck if
and I was also I was in on a PA that got stopped as well. If I get stopped to break, all right, fine. I'll scale one. How about that? And I did tell the truth there. I did scale one there. I still had 4 left, and yeah.
Order filled.
All right, stop at the rest or break even. Come on.
Dude, I was so confident it was gonna hit. Like, why does it not hit here? Like, just look at this candle. Like,
what is this? What is this? What is this? What is it
doing?
Hear me
get so annoyed.
Come on. All right. Well, the body held that. Not looking good. Probably gonna get south to break even.
Yeah, I was like, dude, come on. No way that just happened.
My emotions are going crazy right now. Ah! What is the market doing? The market is being manipulated.
I was obviously just trolling.
You have to dump through this 30-second fair value gap, please, bro. I'm praying to the market gods here. All right. Yo, where's the button to skip it? Yo, where's the button to click play? And speed it up by 3 times. Does anyone know where that button went? I was using it the other day.
Keep listening.
Not the cleanest low resistance liquidity, but it's kind of there. We have 3 lows, 3 consecutive lows, which is not bad for. So looks like we're gonna get south.
That was kind of a hopium thing. It wasn't clean. I mean, it was kind of clean, but I was like, oh, we had 3 lows. Hopefully it breaks.
Unfortunately, the last resort this would have to fail. I has to be a soup.
Dude, I call these soups every single time. I never take any of them, but I said this would have to be a soup, which it makes sense, and it was a soup. This would have got stopped.
What is this doing, man? I'm sorry. I get really impatient during these. Like I don't even know what to say. I would rather have it stop me out of break even here than just for it to not hit at all. Because
at this play,
I'd rather see something.
I just wanted the play to be over
faster here.
I was so sick and tired.
It's hard. You just have to sit through this. When on FxReplay, you can just skip through the whole thing in 2 seconds. There's a 30-second fair value gap.
Yeah, I talk about like FxReplay. Like if I was talking about the play button is, oh, can I just speed this up? Because on FxReplay, you can skip to see if this works in about a second. Here, you actually have to wait.
Here, if you guys are on the 30-second chart, it needs to break. The bodies are holding it.
And there was a 30-second fair value gap here. The bodies were expecting it, so I figured if that would break, we'd dump, but I don't think it did.
So
Yeah,
stop
we're
the
dead.
break even. Unfortunately, these are still probably gonna hit eventually.
Dude, I was so mad at
I'm
this
still
point.
gonna have this drawn out.
I was like, come on, bro.
I'm not. I'm logging on my live accounts until I see better price action here. So really,
At this
all I'm
point,
looking for here for maybe another entry would be a bearish fair value gap.
yeah, I was literally just desperate for any bearish fair value gap there. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a fair
They
value
never
gap to the
got
left
any, though.
here. Tape reading wise, all this says is we should hit this high. So we could get this maybe. And then this, and then whatever, and then
This prediction was right. Like that high was souped. It's just it's not. I'm not a super, so I don't take that. And I know a couple of people did soup this, but kind of got this. We went below this, then disrespected it, then went down again, which was not ideal. But this kind of worked out nicely.
again, if we don't get it, we don't get it. But it's just something to think about. But all this being broken says is the market should 100% go hit this high.
I'm gonna try a small short here. Stop the break even when we hit here. All right, stop the break even. So this was a really quick one. I saw an SMT here. There's an SMT right here, and I was like, okay, this should work. And I knew it would at least make it a free trade. So I was gonna see if I could stop the break even right away and then get a quick 10 points. Here, stop the break even here. It's a free trade. Most likely you can get stopped out, but it's worth a try. Boom. All right, I'm scaling half. Scaling half there. Scaling half there. And yeah, I scaled pretty quick.
I'm gonna hold till down here probably.
I was like, I wasn't trusting anything, dude, after what happened there.
So stop should definitely be break even now.
So see, because that SMT, I reacted, and then I got stopped to break even there.
Again, you can combine that with this. This worked as well. If you entered here, this is obviously this is days and you guys wouldn't enter there, but
Don't
this
worry
is
about
like
this.
it's an inverse off of a whole nother strategy. So this could still work, honestly.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, dude, this still looks so good to go down to the equal lows here. I was like, this has got to be the one that brings us down. So I actually took this on my other account as well, and I just held it, and I held it with a stop up here, and the stop never hit. And I said I got stopped to break even there for myself, but I really didn't. I just wanted to save people from losing, and I know people just hold and draw down for no reason after not taking profit. But I did hold this on another account, my Apex account again, because it still looked pretty good to me.
And then you'd like this could still work, and then you'd take it down to these equal lows. Again, this is like a good trade for like an RR trader. This is definitely a good trade.
And
It's
I said
a
that again.
3.1R.
Another RR trade. This RR trade would have worked to almost a profit, would have been stop break even, and then this was another good RR trade in my opinion. And I just kind of point them out for the RR traders because some people don't care about win rate. They'll take these.
Again, if you guys want to still try it, I think it's worth the risk reward if you're an RR trader. We got a nice inversion, you know. Just because I got stopped to break even doesn't mean you have to get stopped to break even. Again, like I said, if you're a risk reward trader, this may not be the highest win rate. This may have like a 60-70% win rate, which is still decent. I still think it's worth it. Like it's still worth a try for me. Okay, so scale there. I would scale probably 40%. Not even. I don't know. If you take like 3 contracts,
I'm going to be honest. I didn't want to scale there. I didn't scale there in my account. I was still confident these were going to hit, so I did not scale there. But I just said for the risk of other people watching, I just said it's a good spot to scale.
I would scale 2 and then just hold the last one till down here. Okay? Everyone understand?
So I basically said to scale half and then hold the runner there.
So now what do you want to see here? We want to see this 3-minute violated. Okay? That's like the confirmation. So we put a 3-minute order block up here.
So this is interesting. This is our first time we're chasing the discount, and I wanted to see this violated. And because I was already in from up here, this was going to be my trailing stop. I was not going to re-enter here. There's no point in re-entering here, but this was kind of be like if we've closed below it, I figured we'd just accelerate to the lows. But
we really want to see that hold, and we want to see this 3-minute fair value gap destroyed.
If you guys aren't scaled at least half here, I would definitely be scaled at least half here. Yeah, I was telling people to scale because
first would be until the equal lows again. Okay.
Got some lower resistance equity right there. We left from earlier. I thought it was gonna break.
So now we really.
And this is where I needed to see this hold. I didn't re-enter here because I was already in from here, but you needed to see this hold. If it didn't, I figured we were gonna go back up, and it just.
Really want to see this 3-minute hold. So it depends on like. It honestly depends on what you are as a trader, but yeah, it depends on the trader. But some traders will trail or stop or close above this. Some traders will just keep their stop at break even. It's obviously safest to keep your stop at break even, but so now we put it in a 1 minute bullish value gap. So this would be like another confirmation setup right here.
So I saw this bullish value gap, and I was gonna re-enter. I was actually gonna pyramid if this broke. I was hoping this would break. So my entry was not from here. My entry was like from here, I think, and I ended up getting stopped to break even around here. And I was going to re-enter again if this broke, and I kind of talk about that because this looked good to break because we already were chasing the discount first time. If we came back into discount a second time, especially the equal lows below, it usually breaks the second time or third time.
So again, do you see why you scale there?
And I was
Just
like,
in
yeah,
case,
see why I
this is a
scaled
3-minute
there,
OB,
even though I
like,
didn't.
I really need to see this hold.
I will scale there most days. Today was a day where I was very confident we're going to go to the equal lows. If I think that, I will not scale. 99% of the other days, I will scale. Okay.
I'm re-shorting. Like, I'll short if this breaks, definitely.
And I said I'm going to short if that breaks again.
So it's probably going to stop you guys who got in at break even.
At this point, I was like, fuck, dude, what is this?
All you guys should have scaled anyway. So it's a winning trade. It's just not a full winning trade, like I said. Yeah. And there's an SMT at the top. Like, how does an SMT, like, how does a bearish SMT not go and hit these equal lows? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I was so confused.
This is probably why ICT stops trading. This is a textbook thing that I've seen work 100% of the time, and it doesn't work here. I mean, it does, but it just stops you out of break.
Yeah, so there was a bearish SMT here. I was very surprised this came back up, especially this SMT.
Even. Like, there's no way that should fail. And the 5-minute inverse, too. I know this never inverse, but still. Ugh. All right, well, I mean, we could get another entry here. Let's see.
Yeah, I was like, this is probably going to be another entry.
This would be like a soup, maybe. I don't know. If anyone's souping this, good luck. So we did close below, but this is not convincing enough.
Yeah, so I talk about this, and I didn't like this because it was kind of lined up with an OB here, and yeah, I just didn't really like it. It wasn't really convincing, kind of held the OB there, so I didn't really like it.
The convincing one would probably be here, so don't enter this one, actually.
Yeah, I said this one would be better.
Just not convincing at all. All right, back inside this 1 minute. Again, could be another soup.
I call it out as a soup again.
Is anyone souping this again?
And when I asked this, some people did say they were souping this again.
Right.
So
got some supers again. So here's where I look for another 5-minute market or 5-second market structure shift here, which would mean what? Which for the market structure shift, we'd have to close below this low because this low is the one that created this high.
Don't worry about this.
Then
kind of be practicing the structure in the 5
we'll
seconds.
see if we violate this one. This is the last entry I'm going to take. See, can I log into my Tradeify? I'll see if I can log into my trading view on this one.
So this one I actually logged into my Tradeify to execute on the screen.
You'll see me when I execute this, but this is the last entry I'm going to even try. And then again, target would just be, again, the equal low.
So I was hoping we'd close below here without hitting this low first, and I was going to take 5 cons because I was so confident.
Just in case we start dumping heavily, I'm going to have like a 3 contract order, just in case.
Yep, that was just in case we dumped more than I wanted.
Just in case the risk is bad.
In case the risk was bad.
All right, this might not give us the entry here. Damn it. If this hits this low, all right, I'm going to take 1 contract.
Yeah, at this point I was mad because it had already hit internal liquidity, so technically this wouldn't be valid. So I still was confident about the bias, so I still took a contract to show the execution, but
I can't. You can't short this now. You just can't. I can't short this with 5 contracts here. You can't. It's not a valid. See how this isn't valid now? I'm going to short 1 contract, show that our equal lows again. Stop is going to be above here, but you can't be a full size position here because we hit this internal liquidity. So I still think it's going to work because
I'm pretty sure this was a breaker, by the way.
If this doesn't work, this has to work, bro. There's no way this doesn't work.
Dude, I was so confident. There's no way these equal lows were ending.
I'm not even going to, if we hit here, I move my stop to break even and it's equal lows, so. But you guys see why you can't go more than 1?
I think this was the breaker right here. I never drew that out. I should have.
A contract here, because the play's not valid. This isn't even a valid inversion model because we already hit this internal low. Now, do we want this to work because the bias? Well, yeah, we do.
Yeah, so even though this inverse wasn't valid, I still thought it would work because the bias. So that's something I talk about. Even if you soup this, you would have gotten stop to break even. You would have had to soup again. Like, that's price action. It's just tough to trade because you're going to have to re-enter 50 million times until it finally works. So, again, this isn't much of a position. It's only 1 micro, so it's not going to do anything. I need what? Yeah, 700. Yeah, so this is one of my other Apex accounts, which I later passed. You'll see why, but yeah, I'm not going to do anything, but it just... Okay, I'm moving the stop to break even here. Free trade again. So see how, like, the entries are fine here, but it's not giving that follow that we need. So stop to break even again. Hopefully it doesn't come up and stop us, because if it does, we're still going back down to these equal lows. I was still confident. Honestly, the stop should be moved to break even after hit these equal lows. But yeah, the stop should not be moved to break even here. It should be stopped to break even after hit these equal lows, because this is the start of the low resistance liquidity. And if we were to run this, and my bias was right, we would run this and not go back up. So I kind of made that mistake there, but it was a free trade at this point. It was already up like 12 points, so I just did that in case anyone actually took like a full-size position. But I'm not. And I get stopped there again at break even. Very nice, very nice. Okay, probably going to hit up here again, and then we'll get another short entry. And at this point, I was like, yeah, if we hit up there, I figured that would be a soup. I figured this would be a short. So without telling anyone, I actually took 3 mini short on the same account here, and that's how I passed the account, because I was just so confident these were going to hit at this point. It was like the 5th time retesting it. Yeah, I've been stopped out of break even 3 times today. Feel my pain, bro. Yeah, I was just so annoyed. Is anyone just staying in because they're like, fuck it? Yeah, as soon as I said that, like, I figured a lot of people stayed in anyways, even though I got out, because a lot of people they probably figured these would hit. Anyone? Can someone please hold for me? Anyone on a degen account, just please hold this for me. Okay, I'm begging you. Thank you, guys. Please hold for someone to hold for me, please. Yeah, I was like, fuck this market. All right. So you guys just saw my account balance, right? And this is where I showed. Bro, I had to do it. So I made $800 on the trade. Yeah, that counts fine. They passed. Fuck this market, though, bro. Oh my god, there's multiple opportunities there. No, dude, that's not a degenerate play, bro. Like, that's not a degenerate play. I'm telling you, once you have screen time, you will know when these are gonna hit. Like, you'll just know it. I don't know how to explain it, man. You just know it. Yeah, so the minis end up hitting. I think I shorted the minis around here, and then I just covered the equal low. So I took 3 on that, so that passed the account nicely. But yeah, that was the full video. Really everything I talked about on live stream this morning was pretty tough to play, in my opinion, but I didn't take any losses, which is good. Kept getting stopped out of break even. So again, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you want me to do more of these, because I think it's cool to react to what I'm kind of talking about on live stream. Hopefully this helps a little bit, and yeah, peace.